All right. Operation Unprovoked Aggression, US 5. Um, this really isn't planned out very well. Sort of going that way. The U.S. is going to buy one carrier, one destroyer, two destroyers, a sub, an air base, two fighters. Combat moves. There aren't really a lot. Just my bombardment. Okay, let's see. This battleship here, my bomber, it's going to come off of midway and go 1, 2. I have a bunch of spaces left. These two, the fighter and the attack bomber are going to come 1, 2 and attack it as well. And then my, the bomber from midway is going to come, and then the fighter and the attack bomber are going to come there. And then my base and the Aleutians is going to, the Aleutians and midway are going to fire at the port and the factory again. Seems to be what we're going for these days. So that's really all the combat. Everything else is non-combat since you destroyed my Atlantic fleet because I put them in 109 instead of 119. Stupid unforced errors. Anyway. Get my shit out of the way. Okay. So, rolling one dice for the factory in Japan. 1. Jesus tits. 1 for the port in Japan. 2. Jesus. Alright. Add 1 to the factory. That makes 6 on the factory. 2 to the port, which makes 4. Okay, so in this attack, we've got a 3, a 4, and a 4 against a 4. So, three, 4, and 4 against a 4. 3, 4, and a 4 against a 4. All right. Need 1 hit. Got 3. And battleship's reply is a hit. Okay, I'm going to take the tactical, put it into the dead pool, and the battleship's dead. I'm going to trade my painted piece out with the one you've gotten. C-Zone 6, because I'm going to use my pretty painted pieces. You know, that's why I bought them. Okay, the fighter is going to go 1, 2. It came 1, 2. It's going to go 1, 2 in the midway. This carrier here is going to move out to midway along with this destroyer. This fighter here is going to land on the carrier. And then I've still got a attack and a fighter that will scramble if you decide to bring your fleet against my fleet. I'm going to pull these transports out of here and move them back to the west coast along with this transport that's in 9. I was going to use a task force marker, but I think I can count all that. This carrier, this damaged carrier here, is going to go 1, 2. Actually, going to go here into 27 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Nope, your bombers can't get there. And your fighter from the Carolines can go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's nowhere to land over there. Okay, yep, he's just gonna, oh, he's damaged. He's not full strength. Okay, this bomber over here that was in the combat went 1, 2, 3. And it's just gonna go back to midway. Now over here on the other side of the world, these two fighters here that were on the Russian carrier are going to go Leningrad, Archangel, Vologda to Moscow. So get a couple of 4s in there on the defense. Never hurts. The fighter and the tactical bomber in the eastern U.S. are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Iceland. This destroyer here in 101 is going to go 1, 2, 3 to 91. These two transports are going to come to 91 as well. Facing the threat of the Italian submarine. But I got something for that ass. Yeah, it's going to be a big battle. Let me know if you want to... I should probably just... Yeah, let me know if you want to scramble the Italian and the 2 German planes. Because I'm going to bring that destroyer down there along with all 3, 4 fighters and the tactical. 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters and the tactical. They're going to go 1, 2. So, let me know if you want. I'll text you, but... so, anyway, these transports are coming here from Brazil. They're going to come with 3 infantry, drop them off in Morocco, and then 1 artillery. And then that'll leave one dude in Brazil because I miscounted and shouldn't have brought the artillery. But whatever. That's probably where he's going to end up staying for the rest of the war. Worst places to be during a world war. Anyway, so that should be it. Let me place my units. Yes, son? All right, give me like 5 minutes. Okay, the airbase is going to go in Ireland. Those American troops have just landed there. The carrier, let's see. Both destroyers, sub are going to go, and pretty much my whole build is going in the east this turn. 2 fighters are going to the east coast. Actually, they're going to be on the carrier. Oops. Along with 2 destroyers and a sub right there. Okay, I totally forgot about China. Let's do the U.S. disposition of forces first, and then I'll worry about China. Okay, in Ireland, I have a brand new spanking airbase, 2 infantry, a tank, and an artillery. Moscow, I have 2 fighters. Morocco, I have 3 infantry and an artillery. Zone 91, I have a destroyer and 2 transports. Brazil, I have an infantry. Zone 101, I have a carrier with 2 fighters, 2 destroyers, a sub, 2 AAA in the eastern U.S. I think I said the fighter and the attack bomber in Iceland. The Aleutians, I have 2 infantry, 3 mechanized infantry. Season 10, I have 3 transports. West Coast, I have 2 AAA. Season 27, I have a crippled carrier. Midway proper, I have 1 mechanized infantry, 1 fighter, 1 bomber, 2 artillery, 2 infantry. In the Midway Sea Zone, I have 2 carriers with a fighter and attack each, cruiser, 2 destroyers, and a sub. We'll see. Okay. And that's it for the U.S. The U.S. didn't take any territory, so it's still at $54. 10, 20, 30, 40... 50. Alright, so there's 54. And then so many bonuses, because being in the U.S. is great. 10, 15, 20. Alright, so 5, 10, 15. What do you know? The exact same amount I had last turn. Alright, so that'd be 54 plus 20, 74 to spend for the Americans next turn. Okay, China real quick. China's not going to attack anything. China's going to spend its money on infantry and turtle up. So, let's see what China's got. China and France share a box. 10, 11, so 3 infantry and $2 back. So I'm going to get a green chip and put it underneath this guy here. China has $1 in income, so we're going to get paid for our $1. Put it in the box, so China's got enough for one infantry next turn, and that's it. And that should be it for the U.S. and China. I will do Britain shortly. I will text you about that battle and see if you're going to scramble or not. So, all right, bye.